Hey YouTubers, Grimmy Dragon here, and once again it's review time. And today we are looking at the Transformers Titans Return Trypticon figure, the latest Titan of the Titans Return line, and Metroplex's mortal enemy. Trypticon is finally here, and I'm very happy to have him in my collection. So let's get this started, and I'm just going to kick it off with the fact that out of the box, Trypticon has to have stickers applied. There's a nice little sheet included, but you do have to apply the stickers yourself, and there are a lot of them. I think it's over in the 150 range, I can't remember, but there are a lot of stickers. It's okay. You know, Metroplex and Fortress Maximus had stickers to apply as well, so it's expected. But we're going to get this started properly with Full Tilt, the included deluxe figure, which is a staple for Trypticon. The original G1 had Full Tilt included as well. Although Burnt is not here. Much like Six Gun for Metroplex, Burnt is missing. So it's a sad thing, but we'll have to deal with it. But anyway, Full Tilt is this nice little purple car. And pretty basic, not a lot of paint details, a couple stickers on him, but it's a big purple car with an opening hatch for the Titan Master Necro to go into. And yeah, Necro is Full Tilt's Titan Master. In robot mode, he's just a big purple guy with a little bit of paint on his chest. A nice sculpt though. I really do like it. So it's a good figure, but there's not much else to say about him. So let's get on to Trypticon himself. And we'll start off with the city mode, which is gigantic. I mean, this is a huge city mode. I actually had to whip out the tape measure for it, so you're looking about 40 to 42 inches wide, 31 inches long, and about 13 and a half inches tall going up to the top of the city spires. And that is giant. It is an impressive playset. And yeah, this is a playset. There's no doubt about it. You got the mini, like the door in the middle, so you got a room in there for Titan Masters to chill. Plenty of Titan Master ports all over this thing. I mean, there are tons of them. You will have no problem finding places to put your Titan Masters. And that's good. But you also have a ramp that Full Tilt can go down. And yeah, I mean, there are plenty of options here. And yeah, a lot of places for the Titan Master weapons to go. So you have plenty of spots for turrets or anything else you want to put in. And that's good. That is really good. You have a very active playset, which is awesome, but it is so massive. I couldn't put this on my review stage. I had to go to the kitchen table. It is so massive. On a brief note for the stickers, they are well placed and they work fine. They're a little thinner than I'd like, but they do work. But I can understand wanting to go for repro labels on this guy. One thing that does puzzle me is that there is a spot on the middle spire in the city mode that screams, put a Decepticon symbol right here, and Hasbro didn't include one. So I had to put a repro label on there. I really don't know why Hasbro ignored that obvious spot for a Decepticon logo. But in any case, getting on to the battle station or spaceship mode, depending on how you want to look at it. And yeah, I'd say spaceship works perfectly for this thing. It is a very impressive ship. Very mean. And it fits the video games pretty well because in Fall of Cybertron, Trypticon became the Nemesis. So here we go, Trypticon is now the Nemesis. Well, maybe not the Nemesis, but close enough. It's still an awesome battle station ship, and it works so good. I mean, very massive. Again, not as big as the city mode because you don't have the legs spread out all the way. And disclaimer, that 42 inches was the legs pretty much spread out all the way. But in any case, you got a lot of guns at the front. You got the guns in the back. Like, this is a ship that looks like it's ready to destroy a planet. I mean, the Star Destroyers in Star Wars couldn't compare to this thing. And I know I'm going to get someone angry by that, but whatever. This has massive firepower to it. And ports so you can add even more if you wanted. But yeah, it looks good. It feels good. I love it. There's even an opening hatch for full tilt to go into, but he has to be in vehicle mode because his shoulders are way too wide for the robot mode to fit in. Still, this is quite impressive, and I'm glad that they at least thought of a place for him to go. Of course, you can also put him on the main cannon to fill that out as well, so you got options. Now, Trypticon's dinosaur mode is pretty impressive. I do like it. He stands about 20 inches tall, which is shorter than Metroplex or Fort Max, but taller than Devastator. But his head to tail length is around 2 feet, which is massive. So he's got the size and the bulk, just not the height of the other two. So it's okay. It works. He's still big enough to give them a run for their money. And I think he is quite cool. All in all, his look is amazing. I love the Godzilla spines on the back, the massive tail, all the movement that he has. Which I guess I'll address the elephant in the room. His thigh joints have been notorious for breakage, being so tight that they would actually explode within the toy when you're trying to move him. Mine is not having any problems. I got lucky. I think future releases won't have this issue, but if you got an early release, be careful. And when you get this guy, check or batch numbers, because that will give you a clear idea on if you want to be really careful with him or only sort of careful with him. You still should be careful with him. Yeah, the legs are very tough to move, but not to the point where they feel like they're going to break, which is good. And he has plenty of articulation. About 12 points, more like 14. 14 points, including the head and tail, which is good. And you can add it to 16 if you want to include the guns on the back, because they can actually rotate and extend to give him more firepower. I mean, heck, you could get to 17 if you want to include the jaw. So he's got plenty of movement, and that makes him quite posable. He is stable with his weight, and I've been able to get him into some nice running poses to accentuate that. So I am very happy with that. Now for features, he has, well, he's big and all that, but he also can eat Titan Masters. There is a hole in his gullet big enough for Titan Masters to fit through, so you can pop them in there like popcorn, and that's cool. They go into a hatch that you've got to open his chest up to get to, but that's easy enough to do. Now he also has a spot for a Titan Master to go to on his head, a Titan Master or a Prime Master, so he is kind of future-proofed. And if you press down on said Titan Master, the gun on his nose comes up. And you don't need the Titan Master or Prime Master to be there to use that. You can still press in and it will spring up, no problem. It's just the Titan Masters make it a little easier. And that's a cool feature. I like the idea that you can put Prime Masters in there and kind of pretend that he has their abilities. Because why not? And yeah, all in all, I like this guy. I think he's a great figure. And I love the dinosaur feel. Now comparing him to the other guys, Fort Max and Metroplex, yeah, he's not as tall, but his city and base modes are so much better. They're so much bigger. This is more accurate. The better is subjective, but bigger. His base modes are bigger than what the others got. The city mode especially, because there's so much you can do on this guy. Oh man. So yeah, I do recommend him, and I love it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and let me know what you think. And of course, subscribe to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.